advisor for President Donald J. Trump, Alina Habba.
Good evening, America. My name is Alina Habba, and I have had the great privilege of representing President Donald J. Trump. Now, I know you're all used to hearing me shouting outside a courthouse, but tonight, I want to take you behind the law and behind the headlines and share with you a side of President Trump that reveals his character, his kindness, and his commitment to saving this great country. As a devout Catholic, a proud first-generation Arab-American woman, and a feisty Jersey girl who is fed up with far-left corruption in Washington, President Trump championed my journey, empowering me to be who I became today. His unwavering support not only shaped my career, but has inspired other young women with big dreams. President Trump loves this country. He does. And he lifts up those around him. To my children, Luke, Chloe, and Parker, he's the man with one heck of a golf swing that lets them ride in a golf cart with some of the world's most famous golfers so they feel included in mom's job. And by the way, he can kick some of those guys' butts. Ken. To my husband, whose family members have survived the Holocaust, he is a champion of the Jewish faith. To my Iraqi parents, he is a mentor to their daughter. But to me, he is my friend. Not too long ago, a supporter shouted, "God bless you and President Trump," in the middle of Manhattan after one of our trials. Little did that man know that I was on the phone with the president himself. And he immediately asked me to pause, give the man my phone, and spent time speaking to him and thanking him for his support. Despite the lawfare and the politics, President Trump loves the American people and he loves this country. For decades, the Trump Organization transformed skylines and created thousands of jobs. His buildings and businesses are a testament to his commitment to excellence and his drive to turn dreams into reality. But his greatest construction project was yet to come. The left has tried to demolish President Trump, but there is no bulldozer big enough or strong enough to remove the legacy that he has built or the future he is creating. As the 45th President of the United States, Donald Trump built a legacy of putting America first. And as the 47th President, he will build America stronger than ever for we, the people. As we stand on the brink of a new chapter in America's story, I am reminded of the country my family fled 4 decades ago. A place marked by religious persecution, oppression, and a lack of freedom. They came here because America is a beacon of liberty and opportunity. It is now our duty to protect the values that define us and keep this the greatest nation on earth. Amen. That's right. Every attack on President Trump only strengthens our movement. The left's madness is only a sign of desperation. Sham indictments and baseless allegations will not deter us, because the only crime President Trump has committed is loving America. And America, we are winning. Outside of his family and our country, President Trump also has another love: music. A few years ago, he wanted me to hear a new song he had selected for an upcoming rally. I could hear it blaring in the background at Mar-a-Lago. He landed on a song called "Hold On, I'm Coming." America, we no longer have to hold on. We just have to show up. So if you're ready to end the Democrat destruction, and if you're eager to unleash the best America has to offer, then let's send Donald Trump and J.D. Vance to the White House in November. The future of America and the world is bright, and it begins with the unwavering spirit of each and every one of us. Because of the resilience and the leadership of my friend, President Donald J. Trump. So let us not forget that President Trump did not just take a bullet in Butler, Pennsylvania. He has and will continue to take them for each and every one of us. God bless President Trump. God bless you all. And God bless the United States of America.
I'm excited. What's up, Johnstown, Pennsylvania? You guys, I'm here with our favorite president. I asked my daughter this morning, what should mommy speak about today? And she answered me so quickly. She goes, Mom, speak about women. I can do that because unlike some people in America, I can define what a woman is. As every mom knows, we have the toughest job in the world as mothers. We do. America, do not get distracted by Kamala's talking about her superficial attributes, because it's her policies that are gonna matter. Now, I could stand here and I could talk about them, but I don't use them because I don't need to. This is not a game. We've got to get President Trump back in that White House on November 5th, and we will do it. USA. God, what a good crowd. Patriots. Patriots. Kamala Harris had a chance to be a role model for young girls and women across America to show us what real leadership looks like. Instead, she has shown me and the rest of America what a puppet has looked like for a failing administration. She is not the best that we can do, America. She has been there for 3.5 years, and we as America deserve better than this. Let's talk about our border, or for what I would call lack of a border. Because while Kamala sits comfortably in her ivory tower, our borders remain a serious American danger zone. Women and children are trafficked, abused, and left vulnerable because of her administration's reckless open border policies. And now all of a sudden she's a MAGA Republican and she wants to build a border where the hell has my wall been for 3.5 years? If that is what empowerment looks like to Kamala, I want nothing to do with it, because to me it looks a whole hell of a lot like betrayal. Kamala preaches about lifting women up, breaking glass ceilings, but let's look at the facts. Under her Biden's administration, inflation is skyrocketing, and who feels it the most? We do. We do. Real Americans, moms, single mothers struggling to put food on the table, women entrepreneurs who can't afford, like me, to keep their businesses open, forcing working moms like me to make tough choices because they don't care. So Kamala may talk a big game, but her policies are crushing us. And let me be clear, when you say Biden, it's the same damn thing. I'm not buying her headline-grabbing stunts. I'm over it. She's not on the ground. She can't answer questions. She is in the Washington elite club with Nancy Pelosi, and they turn on their own. For some time, I was a single mother. I know what their policies do. Small business owners, no matter if you're a man or if you're a woman, we sometimes have to take 2 jobs to survive. She doesn't speak up to help. She sits down and helps Joe hide in the basement, and that's all she's done for us. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you saw her on CNN, but let me be very clear. I am an American woman. I am a MAGA woman, and I don't need a man standing next to me to get up and speak. So while Ms. Harris is too busy trying not to giggle in front of the American people, I am going to get my hands dirty and help President Trump save this country. God bless you all. I love you. There is no question the warfare is a part of their problem, and they are desperate like I've never seen. But all I can tell you is they are only desperate for the fear they fear the most, which is the American dream. They are the opposite of it. I will help us preserve America with our great president. And I will tell you right now, the reason I have strength and the reason I am who I am right now is because of one person, the 45th and the 47th President of the United States. God bless America. Thank you. Allentown, Pennsylvania. 7 days, everybody. Now, my little sister went to a little school called Muhlenberg. And I happen to be a graduate of the great Lehigh University. So it feels good to be back to a place I called home for a while. I love you, Pennsylvania. I miss it here. I miss it here. We've got 7 days to save our babies from the complete corruption and destruction of the Harris-Biden regime. Are you ready to vote and get this done? I happen to be here with the greatest president that America has ever seen, who is right behind that curtain. You see, when I went to college, back in 2002, I'm getting old. Hey, guys, what up? When I went to college, I didn't realize that I was getting educated to go to law school to learn about something called the Constitution, which is something that they don't seem to give a damn about. And I have had the greatest privilege over the last 3.5 years representing President Trump in what has been the utmost lawfare, witch hunts, and DOJ corruption from the top all the way down. And they thought they were going to stop my president, but guess what they did? They made us stronger. Because Americans are not stupid. We see what you're doing. We got the memo. And your games are getting old. So now it is time to talk about a couple things that are very important, because if there is anybody undecided, which right now it's looking like Pennsylvania looks very red to me. It does. But if there is anybody even a little bit undecided, I want you to look at a couple things. I am a mom. I have 3 beautiful children. And my daughter said to me, Mom, I have a really good campaign message for you. I said, what is it, honey? She called me yesterday. She said, your next speech, just say, if you want a leader that loves America, that loves children, and that loves God, vote for President Trump. And if you want to turn into North Korea, vote for Kamala Harris. That's from my 9-year-old. See, I don't believe in open borders. I believe in fair immigration because my parents are also first generation. I am a first generation American, and I am so proud.
But I was given this opportunity to speak to those people that have come here from third world countries. If we do not take care of our borders, if we do not take care of our children, if we stop bribing America with garbage loan forgiveness that ends up costing us at the end, and if we do not protect women and uplift them that President Trump has uplifted me, we will have no country. So, I need you to go to Swamp the Vote. I need you to make sure you are voting. Make sure you take your friends, your family, your grandma, your cousin. Vote for President Trump, and let's save this great nation. God bless Pennsylvania.
Good afternoon. I've done this one too many times, actually too many times for the last 3.5 years while President Trump has been trying to fight to get this country back. And I want to speak to the American women, and I want to speak to the people that need to get out and vote on November 5th. I have sat with President Trump for years now, while he has been targeted with lies and with judges, AGs, and DAs who have specifically run in this city and others on getting Trump. The Trump administration will fix this problem. We will stop Kamala Harris's regime, because she was there, let's not forget that, and she still is, of using officials from the White House, putting them in DA's offices, in AG's offices, and attacking your political opponent. And this country deserves better than this. We do. We should not be sitting here at a press conference talking about this. We did this in 2016, and every woman had no reports. They come out when it's election time. And as a woman who has stood with President Trump, who has spent extensive time with President Trump and with his beautiful family, I will tell you, that is not President Trump, and I completely am disgusted by what I have seen happen to this person, his family, and the Trump organization that we stand in right now. You must vote Donald Trump back in, because as an attorney, as a woman, as a mother, our future of this country depends on it, and we need to stop this from happening. The DOJ is supposed to help our country and protect us, not attack us, because you cannot win in the polls. Thank you.
Thank you very much, both. And just in finishing this.
You asked me that question. No, I'm not having any second thoughts about representing President Trump. It is the proudest thing I could ever do. What I am having second thoughts about is the license that I stand here with that the people in there are supposed to have. I have not spoken because I respect my ethics while I'm on trial. But let me now speak about what has happened. I have sat on trial after trial for months in this state. The state of New York, Attorney General Letitia James, and now this. Weeks. Why? Because President Trump is leading in the polls, and now we see what you get in New York. So don't get it twisted, whoever asked me that question. I am so proud to stand with President Trump, but I am not proud to stand with what I saw in that courtroom.
Ms. Habba, is the
I'm not finished. Let me just finish, and I'll take questions, please. Before I walked into court, that judge decided that every single defense President Trump had, we were not allowed to raise in front of the jury. It is in writing, and I encourage the journalists, the real journalists, to take the minute to look at his orders. There was no proof, and I couldn't prove that she didn't bring in the dress. There was no DNA. There was no expert. My experts were denied. Two of them were denied to come in. They didn't let me bring up that Reid Hoffman funded Ms. Kaplan. And you know what we got in there? That my witness, who was her friend, who said that she is a drug addict and the drug addict is herself. That friend, I found out in there, was paid for by Ms. Kaplan's firm, and that is disgusting. That is a violation of everything I stand for, and that is why I stand with Trump. And that is why so many Americans are so proud that he is running again and so excited to run to the ballot box. But don't get it twisted. We are seeing a violation of our justice system. Ladies and gentlemen, you are not allowed to be stripped of every defense that you have. You are not allowed to be told that you can't bring it up. And imagine a point where a judge tells the lawyer before your client, the former president of the United States, the leading candidate and obvious nominee for the Republican Party, before he takes the stand to defend himself, Ms. Habba, tell me the questions you're going to ask in open court and tell me exactly what he's going to respond. And then edited my questions, edited the response he was allowed to give. And guess what my client did? He took the stand. He abided by the rules of this corrupt system that I have seen. We will immediately appeal. We will set aside that ridiculous jury. And I just want to remind you all of one thing. I will continue with President Trump to fight for everybody's First Amendment right to speak. Everybody's a right to defend themselves when they are wrongfully accused and to be able to say, I didn't do it. And to double and triple and quadruple down and say, this is wrong. This is wrong. But we are in the state of New York. We are in a New York jury, and that is why we are seeing these witch hunts, these hoaxes, as he calls them. And this is another one of them. Be brought in New York, in states where they know they will get juries like this. It will not deter us. We're fighting, and I assure you, we didn't win today, but we will. The record that was made in there, and the behavior I saw in there, some of which was reported widely today, gave us the most perfect record on appeal, and even if I needed it, which I don't, we were stripped of every defense, every single defense before we walked in there. And I am proud to stand with President Trump because he showed up, he stood up, he took the stand, and he faced this judge. And you know what? I'll continue to do so with him. Yes.
Ms. Habba, is the former
Of course, I've spoken with the president.
Ms. Habba, is the former president scared now of the consequences of his actions?
The former president does not live his life in fear, as you've seen every single day. The former president and probably future president will continue to fight for Americans. Thank you very much, everybody.
Should he defend himself in the first trial?
Alina, this needs the money to pay. You look great.
Why did you leave before the verdict?
Alina, you look great. Why would you not? Do you not have the guts to be there for the verdict? Do you not have the guts?
On the sidewalk, please. On the sidewalk. Sidewalk, please.
Is everybody ready to turn Pennsylvania red? It most certainly looks red to me right now. What a good group, you guys. We have seen the beautiful Kamala Harris for 1,400 days in the White House. And the woman cannot articulate for us what her policies are. And that's because she doesn't have any. No, I should take that back. She's now adopting my favorite president's policies. She is anti-fracking. She has not done well for our economy. She has opened our borders. She is soft on crime. And her cohort wants to put tampons in boys' bathrooms. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am a MAGA woman with babies, and that ain't happening. So where I come from, when you fail at your job for 1,400 days, you don't get another 1,460 days. And if you ever have any doubts about her position on her performance, her review on The View yesterday, she said she wouldn't change a damn thing. Yeah. Well, thank you for saying so, Kamala. But the American people decide who gets promoted. And you are not getting promoted. You are fired. Let's win. God bless you all. Let's get Trump in. Make sure you vote. MAGA, baby.
Get up, Pennsylvania. We got a country to save. What is up? I am so excited to be here for JD. I am usually with the greatest president that we have ever had. But now it is time to get ready for the greatest vice president this country has ever had. Pennsylvania is a special place for me. I have lived here for a few years while I went to law school, when I went to college. And I love the great state of Pennsylvania, but I love Pennsylvania when it turns red. Oh, you're awesome. Thank you. Listen, I'm going to have to hire whoever's behind me giving me compliments. Listen, we got a crisis. We got a real crisis, and we need real leadership. Yesterday, I was with President Trump in New York when he met with President Zelensky. It doesn't matter what you think of either side. War is not good for us. And America, when it is strong, controls what happens in the world, because there is something called fear. And right now, we got Tampon Tim trying to beat somebody who actually knows what it's like to serve and care about this country. On Tuesday, J.D. Vance will obliterate him the same way Trump obliterated any chance of war in the world, not just America. It's true. We have somebody who has flip-flopped on fracking, who cannot tell us what her policies are, and who literally has a hyena laugh because she's getting nervous. Guess what? You should be. And Waltz, we're coming in hot for you too. So I need everybody here to do something for me. You got to make sure you vote early. You got to make sure you take your friends out to vote on November 5th. No excuses. Because we've got a border to close. We've got a fentanyl crisis. Pennsylvanians in particular are paying almost $1,000 more a month because of Bidenomics, which now can be adopted as Kamalanomics. And we ain't having it. It is time to make money. It is time to be safe. It is to protect my babies, who I fight this fight for every day, because I am a working mother. So I want everybody to promise me in this room, you get one other person to come out and vote with you, because we are losing our country. There is a reason that I take time away from my children to fight for America, and that is because Trump Vance loves this country. It is time to save America, baby. Make America great again, and say it with me. Fight! 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 God bless you all.
Booties go. My verses still be serving. Tight like a million virgins. Last time on a college remix. Now I'm on the original version. Can't never
New York! You see, I put my MAGA jacket to trigger Hillary Clinton. There you go, Hill. Are you ready to make history tonight and make some liberals cry? The world first got to know me on the courtroom steps right here in New York City. And they thought they could take the greatest president down through lawfare, with lawsuits, fake charges, raids, and endless investigations. They thought so. It's okay. They thought they could crush the man who built this city skyline. But they underestimated how hard President Trump would fight. This rally has rattled some of my favorite swamp creatures. Hey, guys. They are now scrambling and trying to call us Nazis and fascists and claiming, and you know what they're claiming, guys? It's very scary. They're claiming we're going to go after them and try and put them in jail. Well, ain't that rich? Kamala, you want to talk about a fascist? No one has ever voted for you to become the Democrat nominee. You see, I believe in something called the Constitution. And I believe in someone called God. And they tried to keep President Trump and his campaign in courtrooms being persecuted. But do you know what he did while he was in those New York courtrooms? He won the hearts and minds of the American people, all from this city. You see, the deep state, they underestimate how smart we are. And they want the American people to fall in line like a bunch of sheep. You know what they don't realize, New York? We're gonna be the ones herding sheep out of the White House on November 5th. Because Kamala Harris, you are getting evicted from my president's house. Let's not forget one thing. Kamala said she wouldn't change a damn thing. And look, it's okay. She must be proud of her records. She's got a lot of them. Record inflation, record crime, and record boarding crossings, with over 325,000 children who are being sex trafficked, murdered, and missing. Those are the records you hold, Kamala. Look at my family. I love my family. And that's my family right there. By the way, where's my Trump Bedminster people? Let's go, Trump. Don't get me started on my boy, Tampon Tim. You know, Timmy, in the words of your wife, we are ready to turn the page on your indoctrination of our children, your tampons in boys' bathrooms, your deadly fentanyl pouring into our country through your wide-open borders, and your inflation that is crippling hard-working American people. He claims to champion women, yet he pushes policies that under women, every single woman here. By the way, they can't even define what the hell a woman is. Get the hell out of here. They think we'll be fooled, that we'll believe their empty promises and be bribed with garbage like loan forgiveness and policies that will cost this country and my children's America trillions of dollars. But we are smarter than that, New York. This is the party of strength, resilience, and a voice that echoes around the world. Our voices cannot be silenced, and this movement will not be stopped. So when Letitia James, Alvin Bragg, Jack Smith, and the Harris-Biden administration came for my client, President Donald J. Trump, they didn't just come for him, they came for us. So on November 5th, New York, we are going to right this ship. In 9 days, you'll make the choice for an America that works for we the people, not the powerful. So, Nancy, it's time to sell your stocks. Take the cabal packing. The Clintons and Obamas can get out of our White House because America has had enough with you all. Bye now. In 9 days, it's your turn to cast a vote for the man who's been in the trenches with you, the man who gets back up every time they try and knock him down. They thought they could break us. They thought they could scare us. They thought they could jail us, and they thought they could kill him. But they don't know. What doesn't break you makes you stronger. New York, let's show them what we're made of. Let's take this all the way to the ballot box. Let's stand tall for our president, for our city, and for our nation, because New York, we don't just survive, we thrive. And on November 5th, Donald Trump will tell Kamala one very important thing. You are fired! I will see you at the polls. Let's make history together. God bless New York. God bless the USA. And God bless the greatest president this country has ever seen, President Donald J. Trump. Where's my family? My family's here, everybody. Hello, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I got a little known fact for you that most people don't know, but I lived in this city for 3 years. It's good to be back, folks. It's good to be back. Well, I have had the privilege, as you all know, of representing the greatest president in the history of the United States. And now I am so honored to join the campaign to represent the 47th president of the United States. As many of you know, I have been fighting right next to the president in the greatest fight for the American Constitution, for the American policies, and to keep politics out of our courtrooms. Now we are dealing with a Democrat Party that literally can't figure out who the hell they're gonna put up against my guy, President Trump. So who do they pick? Kamala. Yeah, boo. But I'm so excited because when I spoke at the RNC, I didn't know she was the one we were going after, but now I do. And I'm gonna speak to you, Miss Harris. I am a strong woman, a mom, a lawyer, and an American. And unlike you, Kamala, I know who my roots are, I know where I come from, and I don't play around with the Constitution. And I've got some news for you. They have tried to take down President Trump, and like I've been saying for 3 years, you can keep trying, but you will not succeed. We will take down the corrupt DAs, the corrupt AGs, and I don't care how much money you got behind you. The truth comes out, and President Trump has been and is innocent of any crime other than loving this country. Now let me tell you what, Kamala. You are committing a crime. Because the only co-conspirator I know of the Biden-Harris administration is you. And you have lied to us about President Biden for the last 3.5 years. And just like in our courts, and just like Jack Smith, Letitia James, and D.A. Bragg, the truth always comes out. So, let me just tell you, America, her policies are the same ones we've been living for 3.5 years, so don't get it twisted. They don't work. She is worse than a socialist. She is worse than Bernie Sanders. And guess what, Kamala? You're gonna lose just like he did. Ladies and gentlemen, she was proud to say that she raised money when the radical liberals pulled out and took out their own man, Sleepy Joe, that can't spell Bob backwards. But guess what? This is a room full of patriots. And if everybody pulls out $1 and donates to DonaldJTrump.com, we were going to give them a run for their money because our policies are right. We are on the right side of America, and we love this country and our children. I am so honored to be back in Pennsylvania. Thank you, everybody. God bless America. God bless President Trump. Thank you.
You shake my nerves and you rattle my...
We just left court in the civil division with the other witch hunt with Miss James to come here and see our client. The fact that we have 2 courts, not one, criminal and civil, being used against one man because they cannot beat him in the polls is a disgrace to the American judicial system. He should not have 2 teams of lawyers here today. He should not even be here today because he did nothing wrong. It is the epitome of a witch hunt. I just left where a judge asked us whether our cash bond, cash, sitting in. Miss James wanted to argue and say that our cash somehow isn't green enough. We wasted time. The judge made a comment saying he thought that money market accounts could go down under the amount. He doesn't even understand basic principles of finance, but this was the man that decided that we owed money and my client committed fraud. We are going to attack every single one. 1 hour, the Attorney General and that judge realized quickly that they had no idea what they were talking about. We came to an agreement that everything would be the same, we would modify terms, and that was it. This is where your taxpayer dollars are going, America. Right here. Witch hunt after witch hunt. President Trump's company was worth more in that case than it is now. And now what? We're here because of something that happened when he was in the White House that wasn't even wrong. It was not wrong. You hire lawyers to solve problems, lawyers solve those problems, you pay them. That's it. This is a joke, it's an affront to the American Constitution, it's an affront to our judicial system, and it's an affront to every lawyer that cares about their license, that cares about what is right and wrong. I am sick of coming in front of the press and saying this, but you have to, because you people need to understand what is going on. God forbid you put an accounting thing in for legal counsel. It's legal counsel. And now our taxpayer dollars, my time, our attorney's fees, are all here because they're afraid of 2024. And you know what? They should be, because the American people are not stupid. They see what's going on. Thank you.
Alina, one question. Was Trump's family with you guys across the street?
Good afternoon. Let's remember that before I walked into court, we had already lost. That was clear with his motion for summary judgment. Before witnesses, before experts, and do I think any of it mattered? I certainly hope so, but for anybody that was in the courtroom for the last 11 weeks, you heard that there was not one fact against President Trump. There was not one piece of paper that showed anyone committed fraud. And don't forget that Section 6312, a consumer fraud statute, has been wrongfully used against my client, innocent defendants, the organization, and every employee of the Trump organization, which has single-handedly changed the New York skyline, including the building we are in today. These are special properties. Real estate is an art, not a science. But you know what else is an art? You know what else isn't a science? Political motivated individuals. She's using this to paint a canvas that Donald Trump is a fraudster because they can't beat him in the polls. They can't beat him in the polls, so she ran on Trump because that was the only way she could win. And now, today, after 11 weeks, after 3 years, we have concluded that he indeed committed no wrong. The Trump organization committed no wrong, and the kids have been dragged in just like the other defendants, and it is wrong. America needs to step up, and there's only one person who can do that. My client, Donald Trump. President Trump, everybody.
I gotta lower this a little bit. I am not 6 foot whatever. But I will tell you one thing. I have sat courtroom after courtroom fighting for this family for the last 3 years, and it is the proudest job I have ever had. It is. There is corruption like you have never seen, and that is coming from a person who cannot even tell you half of what she's seen. In those courtrooms and those judges and that corrupt Jack Smith and the DOJ that is fighting the Biden fight because he cannot spell Bob backwards. We are going to take America back. And I will tell you right now, I'm doing my part, but you guys being out here are doing yours. Thank you. God bless America. God bless